Hello fashion lovers, today I'll be teaching you on how to cut this asymmetric gown or handkerchief gown with side pockets. Now the measurement you need is your upper round chest. Now your upper round chest is the upper part of your bust, that is the upper area of your bust. Alright, so you're going to be dividing it by 3.14. Now we are going to be getting the radius of that circumference, that upper round chest circumference. All right, so my upper round chest 39 divided by 3.14 will give me a radius of 12.4. Okay, so you either use 12.5 or you use 12 inches for your radius. All right, so we're going to be going ahead now to use this ankara, about 3 yards of ankara, and for the sake of this I'm going to be cutting a mini dress of about 30 inches, or let's say they're about 36 inches, but the inspiration of this dress is about 60 inches. So as the video progresses, I will show you how to achieve that long version. All right, so as you can see, I folded my fabric in a bias form and I'm going ahead to mark out the 12 inches. Now you can decide to go ahead and get a straight line like this, which will now serve as your shoulder line or your starting point. And you can also decide that you want to go round and mark out your 12 inches like this. So this gives you a round look, all right, as though you're going to be cutting a fillet. You understand? All right, so now that particular one would now also serve as your starting point or your shoulder line. Now my shoulder for this dress is 8 inches. Now I realized that if you want to mark your shoulder line, what you do is, if your shoulder line is 16 divided by 2, it will give you 8. You take away half inch, or you take away 1.5, or you take away 1 inches, sorry, so that it just stays relaxed on your body. All right, so I've marked out my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches like this. All right, and from that 8 inches I mark, remember that this dress has a strap and is like an off shoulder, so I'm going to be going up by 4.5 and I'll be marking my armhole. My armhole is about 8, so you minus 4.5 and you mark down your 8 inches as your armhole. So, and draw a slant curve line like this. Now that serves as your armhole area. All right, so I realized that the armhole area was too small, so I made it 8.5. So if you don't want yours to be too wide, you can leave yours like that. Now you can also go ahead and mark out your shoulder to bust measurements, shoulder to your top, your gown length. All right, so the shoulder to the gown length, like, as you can see here, is 33. And you know that the sides, this where this armhole is, as the side seam, is the longer part, while the part where there is no joining is the shorter part. All right, so I'm going to be marking down what I want. You can use 15, you can use 20, you can use 25, just depending on how short you want that area to be. All right, because this is a mini dress, I would prefer you use 15. Okay, so that the effect of that long area will be very pronounced. So go ahead and get a straight line to meet up with the long area like this. So I'm going ahead now to cut out, and this is what it looks like. Now you might be wondering that I didn't implement my bust measurement. I already know that this is a flared dress and it's going to work well with my bust. Or you can also go ahead and verify under your armhole, right, if it's going to be fitting your bust. right? If it's not going to be fitting your bust, you're going to go ahead and add the extra seam allowance that you need. So as you can see, I folded the back pattern of this gown or this dress. So I'm going to be placing the front pattern over it like this, and I'm going to be cutting out. Remember that both the back and the front is same thing. All right. So at this point, I noticed that okay, the shortness is not, that's the place we went up by 15 is not really giving me what I wanted. So you can also determine the length of what you want and go ahead and trim it out. All right, so this is for the back and this is for the front. Like I said, you can also verify if the bust is going to be fitting your own bust. You know, it's a flayed dress, so flayed dress always have a way of fitting. All right, but you can also use, for you to not get confused or you get to feel like okay, it's not going to fit your bust. In place of that upper round chest, you can use your round bust. All right, so go ahead now and sew the side seam. Then we're going ahead now to cut out the straps that we need for this gown. All right, as you can see, I'm marking out 3 inches. Now if you don't want yours to be big or bold like mine, you can go ahead and mark 1 inch or 1.5 inch like this. Remember that my fabric is on fold. I'm marking 1.5 inch. If you mark 1.5 inch, when you fold both ends, it will fall back to at least 0.75 or 0.5. But I'm using 3 inches. So at the end of the day, I might have 1 inch. Now for the length of this, you remember that we removed -4 while we're cutting the gown. So if you will times it by 2 because it's back and front, you have 9. So you add 1 inches extra for joining allowance. That will give you 10. All right, so this would sit very well on your dress. So this is where I'm going to be folding mine when I'm done, and I'm sewing all the way down. All right, so this is for one side of the dress. So I'm going to be cutting another one for the other side of the dress. So as you can see, I went ahead to use a bias on the neckline of this dress, both the back and the front. And as you can see, I've not biased the armhole. I would love to shape the armhole, the side seams first before I close the armhole area with a bias. So go ahead, and I used half an inch. I used half an inch. So I'm going to use half an inch on the other end like this. Now this is the straps. I've gone ahead to fold the edges like this, and this is what I have. If you want yours to be smaller, you know what I said you do. You reduce it, instead of 3 inches, use 1.5 inches and fold them in to fall back. Then this is the pocket. I use 10 inches length and I use 10 inches width. But at the end of the day, I went ahead to reduce it. Okay, so now I'm done shaping the side seam. I'm going ahead now to fix the bias for the armhole. All right, so go ahead and fix your bias. Make sure you're closing all the sides. Close both the neckline, all right, that came out. So afterwards, I'm going to go ahead now and fix my straps. Now your straps is just going to be at the edge, at that pointy part of the both the in between the armhole and the neckline. So you just go there, stitch down and stitch down, but I will still explain as we're moving forward. All right, so remember that I said that the armhole, the length of these straps we need is 10. So I'm going ahead to mark out 5 inches on one end and mark out the 5 inches on the other end. That's what I'm going to be stitching down on my dress. Okay, so when I will stitch it down like this, as you can see, stitch it down, and I'm going also to cut out the excess away. That same part that I mark on the other end, I'm going to be taking it to the other end. That's the back pattern of this dress, and I'm also going to be stitching it down. All right, so it's just going to look beautiful like this. So I'm done closing both the armhole and the neckline. So I'll go ahead now to stitch my straps. So pin the area where you already notched. When you're done, you're going to go to the other end and measure your 10 inches. That area as is there, you go again and pin it down on the back pattern and sew. Remember to cut out your excess. Okay, so I'm done, and this is what it looks like. It looks so perfect. So you're going to be opening this side seam area like this. You're going to spread it open. You can pin because we want to fix the pocket. We want to fix the pocket part of this gown. So like you can see from that ample area, I came down by 9 inches, and I'm going to be placing my pocket there. So looking at my pocket, it looks so long. So I went ahead to fold like 2.5 inches inside. And I'm going ahead now to lift the dress and pin. When I'm done pinning, I'm going to be sewing all the way around. Now, before we continue, I want to show you what you would need to sew, achieve the long part. Don't do this. All right. So if you want to achieve this long one, you're going to open your fabric like this, then fold it in a bias. But the bias now is not going to be a complete triangle like the first one. It's going to be a bias. Like it will look like it's straight, but it's not straight. It's on bias like this. Just follow. It's not straight. It's not a straight dress. It's not a straight folding. It's not a straight folding. Of course, if it's a straight folding, you will notice that everything will going to be straight. But that smallest part where you see that I'm measuring right now is where you're going to be using as your starting point. Now, as you can see, I've measured out 60. So now we have our straight line. So what you need now is to measure out your shoulder area, then your armhole. Then you can go ahead and mark out your round bust or the largest part of your body. All right, then connect it down. So that side seam area is the area that has the longest part. So you can as well mark your 60 inches there. Then on the part where it's folded, that's the center front, like this, is the part where you're going to be marking out the shorter part of this gown. You can use 30, or you can use half of the full length. So let's use 30, and you're going to connect it straight like this. As you see me do, just go ahead and connect it with a straight line. Remember that I'm just trying to explain how to achieve the longer version of that gown. So this is what the gown looked like when I was done sewing. This is the side pocket, this is the armhole. You see how neat it is. So this is an opportunity for you to stop, subscribe, like, share our videos, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how helpful this tutorial has been for you. So bye.